National Institute for Marketing Nigeria has concluded plans to foster partnership with Morrison Group. The court CVC took place at Wish Complex, Wish Avenue, Radio Estate Ozuoba in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. In her speech, Chief Executive Officer, National Institute of Marketing Nigeria, Patient Sado, encouraged management and staff of Morrison Group to get involved into the Marketing Institute. She explained on the manual and benefits of engaging in the trainings and other activities of the Institute while calling on collaboration with Morrison Group to enhance workforce efficiently in the marketing space.
NIMA, the National Institute of Marketing in Nigeria, is a professional body that regulates and controls the practice of marketing across the country, and it is backed by law at number 25 of 2003. So membership, we try as much as possible to get across to people to come register and become a member and join the institute. And also we have corporate members. Those are corporate organizations talking about the industry where marketing is being practiced. And also institutions are not left out. Institutions across the country that also offer marketing courses are related. Yes. So what we do presently, aside from that membership drive, is collaboration. I can tell you, in today's world, collaboration is key. So we're collaborating with other professional bodies, we're collaborating with institutions across the country studying marketing, right? And also we're in collaboration with ACMON. We're in collaboration also with LBS, that is the Lagos Business School. And as a matter of fact, we are having joint programs coming up. And the programs we look at doing with the LBS, master classes. We have one coming up in February 2025. And plans are ongoing, committees are working. Also, we have boot camps. We had one recently. We also for middle level managers, sales managers, and all that.
Dr. Chinyere Igwe thanked her for coming and expressed the organization's readiness and willingness to collaborating with National Institute of Marketing.
I want to reiterate our desire and determination to collaborate with the Institute in the whole of this process, all our building capacity, sharing knowledge and expertise, and ensuring the development. And these are the things we as an organization stand for. So we appeal that in all of these things, as an organization, we have a radio station for broadcast within Port Harcourt, we have a television station that broadcasts all over the world, for which you have been following us and watching our clips. So thank you for that, and pray that in all of this, even at the center and the state chapter, we'll collaborate. So thank you very much, and we say welcome to Morrison Group.
Our correspondent reports that Morrison login book was signed. There was also a presentation of souvenir by the head admin Morrison Group, and thereafter a group photograph. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebalo has directed the 18 local government areas chairmen in the state to submit their statement of accounts within 48 hours. The directive was given during a meeting with the council chairman at the government house in Benin City, where the governor, represented by his deputy Dennis Idahosa, stressed the need for transparency and accountability in governance. The statement of accounts, according to the governor, should cover the period from September 4th, 2023 to date and be submitted to the Asset Verification Committee through the Office of the Secretary to the state government. Speaking at the meeting, Idahosa relayed the governor's resolve to foster collaboration with the council bosses for the state's progress, adding that the governor is committed to transparency and accountability in government, adding that the developments will also enable the committee to perform its duties efficiently and effectively. Earlier, the chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Edo State State Chapter and Chairman of Orimo 1 Local Government Area, Newman Ugaigbe, led the council buses on a courtesy visit to the governor and expressed the chairman's commitment to Ekwebelo's administration, pledging to support his policies and programs to deliver dividends of democracy to the grassroots. Academic Staff Union of Universities, Ambrose Ali University Chapter, has lauded Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo for reinstating staff members of the university who were unlawfully disengaged under the Godwin Obaseki administration. A statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Uma Ikilo, announced Okpebolo's approval for the reinstatement of the sacked workers, describing it as a demonstration of his commitment to justice and the rule of law. He said the governor's action underscored his belief in the principles of natural justice, equity, and good conscience, assuring citizens of his commitment to correcting any injustice, while the chairman of Ambrose Ali University ASU chapter, Dr. Siri Onogbosele, expressed the union's satisfaction with the governor's decision. Onogbosele described the reinstatement as a vindication of the union's stance on the issue, adding that it was a step in the right direction for fairness and accountability, adding also that the union might withdraw its ongoing legal case over the matter. Analysts has advised the state governors to stop swearing in judges, adding that the National Judicial Council has the responsibility for the recommendation of judges into state judiciary. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Open Conversation, political analyst George Chinda said the development would ensure the independence of the judiciary.
The NJC is there, National Judicial Council. They have their leadership. I think not just the issue of the governor recommending to them, then screening and returning back to the governor. They should do both the recommendation. They know who is who based on hierarchy in the state, based on competence. They should do the screening and also the swearing in. There should be something like that. Even if you have a kind of state judicial council that in at the federal, let's say NJC is at the federal level, having something like a state judicial council at the state level to do the screening and also swear in some of
Chinda also suggested that there should be a constitutional review where appointment into the state judiciary will be completely removed from governors.
Unless there's a constitutional review, they should look into that aspect and ensure that the appointment of judges into state high court, into state judiciary, should be removed from the state governor. And maybe something like the state judicial council, should be established to look into that area and also do the appointment.
This is coming after Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebelo has sworn in 3 judges sidelined by the Godwin Obaseki administration, who swore in 5 judges in May 2024. Akwa Ibom State Police Command has uncovered a gun-making factory run by a father and his sons, where various firearms are manufactured and sold to criminals both within and outside the state. The State Commissioner of Police The State Commissioner of Police, CP Joseph O. Eribo, who disclosed this during a press briefing at the command headquarters in Ikot Akpan, Abia, Uyo, said the factory was discovered following credible intelligence received by the command, and the police operatives acted quickly, raiding the facility and arresting 1 suspect, although others managed to escape. CP Eribo confirmed the arrest of David Inse Emmanuel, while his father, Akpan Inse Emmanuel, and his brothers, who were also involved in the operation, fled the scene. Items seized during the raid included 7 newly made single-barrel guns, 5 double-barrel guns, 1 special steel double-trigger pistol, 1 broken single-barrel gun, a trigger-handle walking stick knife, and numerous iron pipes used in gun barrel construction. Eribo assured the public that efforts are on the way to capture the fleeing suspect and to track down individuals who may have purchased or ordered firearms from the factory. Pensioners in Abia State have appealed to Governor Alex Oti to take a second look at the issue of arrears of gratuity of retirees and rescind his decision on an agreement he reached with the Nigerian Union of Pensioners. The pensioners said though the arrears were not incurred by the present government, they wanted him to extend his compassionate intervention by clearing them as he did with salary arrears. A statement in Umuahia, the state capital, the pensioners said the Nigerian Union of Pensioners did not carry them along in the agreement it reached with the government, but expressed the hope that the governor would take a second look at the decision. The secretary of the group, Stanley Ibekwe, the chairman, John Kalu, the coordinator, Chief Emeka Okizie, among other executive members of the group who signed the statement, said they were happy with their regular pension payments, which they said had been receiving in full, and also apologized to the governor for the misrepresentations against his person and his government by the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, and stressed the importance of gratuity for public servants. Nigerian police force have arrested prominent human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi at Zone 2 Police Command in Lagos, following a defamation petition filed by Tony Elumelu, the chairman of the United Bank for Africa Group. The arrest comes amidst ongoing tension, with Farotimi previously raising concerns over alleged threats to his life by influential figures within Nigerian elite circles, purportedly in collaboration with security agencies and legal professionals. A statement titled "They Want to Silence Me," Farotimi revealed that he received an invitation to report to Zone 2 Command on November 13, 2024, and after he complied with the directive and was presented with a petition accusing him of making defamatory statements against Elumelu. Farotimi described the accusations as baseless but addressed them formally during his visit to the police station, and the arrest has drawn widespread criticism, including from Nigerian activist and politician Omoleye Sowore, who took to his X-handle account to demand Farotimi's immediate and unconditional release. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has signed the Lagos Electricity Bill 2024 into law. The law is a comprehensive plan aimed at addressing challenges in the energy sector and is expected to lay the foundation for economic and industrial growth in Lagos. The governor signed the bill on Tuesday at the Lagos House, Ikeja, stressing that the bill is a major step by the state government to ensure a 24-hour electricity supply to every corner of the state, following the federal government's approval for states to generate and distribute energy in 2023. The governor's special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akosile, on X said move is expected to reduce the state's dependency on the national grid, adding that Sanwo-Olu stressed the importance of the bill in transforming Lagos into a global city with a reliable and uninterrupted power supply. The statement said in November, the Lagos state government called on independent power producers and energy solution firms to submit bids for the construction of gas-fired plants to bridge the state's persistent electricity gap, while the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, in partnership with the Office of Public public-private partnership made a call for the initiative to enhance Lagos's power supply through the Clean Lagos electricity market. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has reinstated his commitment to the welfare of civil servants and also pledged to pursue initiatives that will make life better for them in the state. The governor, who disclosed this in Osogbo while addressing workers who had trooped out to welcome him to the Secretariat Abire in appreciation of the implementation of the 75,000 naira new minimum wage. The workers, led by the chairman of the Trade Union Congress, Abimbola Fasasi, and the Nigerian Labour Congress, Christopher Araposopo, converged on the entrance to the Secretariat early on Monday, awaiting Adeleke's arrival, and when the governor's convoy eventually arrived, army officer. The Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Riwal Disu, who disclosed this during a press conference in Abuja on Tuesday, said the suspect was apprehended on November 30th, dressed in a full Nigerian Army camouflage uniform. He said during the interrogation, Linus presented a fake military identification card that listed December 20th, 2024 as his date of birth, raising immediate suspicions. While further intelligence gathered that Linus is allegedly a member of a criminal syndicate specializing in defrauding unsuspecting victims. He also said the group purchases goods and services using fake bank alerts to deceive sellers and urged citizens to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the FCT police. Honorable Minister of FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike, has promised rehabilitation of schools in Kubusa community to ensure conducive learning environments for children. The minister, who made the promise at the launching of the construction of Kabusa and Tushkara Access Road in Abuja Municipal Area Council, Wike said Nigeria is blessed and children should be encouraged to enjoy access to education.
They said it's a school, is it not? Is it a school? My brother, I don't go lie. I will not accept this. I will not accept this as a school for people to have quality education. And therefore, the immediate upgrading of this school to be what the school is supposed to be. Mr. President comes here and sees that this is a school our children are learning, I will lose my job. And I don't want to lose my job. And therefore, this school, we are going to make you to be happy to be what a proper school is supposed to be. And under the emergency, we must put the school back to what a school is supposed to be. For whatever it is, God has blessed this country. And we must not suffer. Our children must not suffer. Our children must get the best. And that's what the administration of Ahmed Tinubu is all about. Yes, we have not gotten to where we want to go to. But there's hope by the grace of God. With your prayers, with your support, we'll get to the destination Nigeria wants us to be.
Yes, please. Speaking of the roads construction in the satellite town in FCT, Wike said the federal government is working close to the grassroots in order to meet the people's needs in providing necessary social amenities, including road infrastructure.
In essence, you are saying that it is only Ahmed Bola Tinubu's administration that you have seen today. Is that correct? Don't think that governments are about cities. We will also turn the satellite towns to be cities. And one of the things to do is to construct roads for you. And I can assure you, it is not about flagging up projects. In the next 6-7 months, I want to assure you we are going to commission this project. Don't allow anybody to come and tell Kabusa Tagushera. When you were there, did you remember Kabusa Keti? Government is seen as believing. Not so.
On his part, the acting executive secretary of the Federal Capital Territory Administration also gave the overview of the economic value of the roads to be constructed.
This access road is a 9.8-kilometer road. It will enhance and improve the economic and socio-economic activities here. It will connect the communities and improve safe and comfortable routes and provide safe and comfortable routes for both vehicle and pedestrians. As well as job creation, both direct and indirect. After the construction, when it's done, it will provide a quick and timely response to emergencies when they arise, and even quick access to health services.
Dr. Joseph Haruna Kingbu, a former member of the House of Representatives, has been abducted by suspected gunmen in a violent incident that claimed the life of his police Akwanga local government. According to witnesses, the assailants fired periodically, causing chaos and panic among motorists in the area. While the police officer assigned to protect Kingbu engaged the attackers in a gun battle but was fatally shot during the confrontation. Local residents described the area as a known hotspot for criminal activities, expressing concerns about the recurring dangers on the route. Efforts to reach the Nasarawa State Police Command for a statement were unsuccessful. Dr. Kingbu, who represented the Lafia Obi federal constituency in the House of Representatives from 2011 to 2015 under the Congress for Progressive Change before switching to the People's Democratic Party, is a respected medical professional. He is a fellow of the West African College of Obstetrics and Gynecology with over 3 decades of experience in medical practice, specializing in obstetric transition on Atlantic Television Network. We'll return shortly after this break. Please stay with us.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honourable
you human trafficker.
Honourable they are not picking our calls. They made up their mind.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Welcome back. This is Atlantic Television Network Transition. Now the rest of our stories. Nigerian Senate has confirmed the nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede for appointment as Chief of Army Staff. The confirmation today followed the consideration of reports by the chairman of the Senate Committee on Army, Senator Yaradua Abdulaziz Musa. Yaradua said the committee was impressed with the high level of understanding, achievement and excellence stated in the credentials of the nominee. The Senate thereafter confirmed the appointment of Oluyede as the substantive COS.
In screening the nominee, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, the committee interviewed the nominee in relation of his previous experiences and services The committee was impressed by the high level of understanding, achievements, and excellence stated in the citation of the nominee.
Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatunbosun Oluide for appointment as Chief of Army Staff? Those in support of the confirmation say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatunbosun Oluide is hereby confirmed as Chief of Army Staff. Let me thank the Senior Senator Yaradua, Chairman of the Committee on the Army, and all the members of that committee, and all the Senior Senators for their contributions, and wish the new Chief of Army Staff joy, successes, and insecurity will be abated or minimized to the barest minimum, and Nigeria shall know peace. And the administration of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will succeed in bringing the insurgents ravaging many parts of Borno and other parts of northern Nigeria, including banditry, to an end. So I want to congratulate the new
the rising demand for tertiary education. The call was made in Abuja during a public hearing organized by the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund, where stakeholders supported the proposed establishment of the Federal University Okigwe in Imo State. Speaking at the hearing, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institution and TED Fund, Senator Muntari Dontuse, the sponsor of the Federal University Okigwe Bill, Senator Patrick Nwambweze, and the Executive Secretary of the NUC, Mr. Chris Mayaki, all underscored the urgent need for more universities in Nigeria. Mayaki highlighted the dire shortfall in Nigeria's higher education infrastructure, stressing that there are 275 universities, both public and private, available for over 2 million prospective students seeking admission annually, adding that by the implication, on a yearly basis, only 500,000 to 700,000 students are admitted, leaving about 1.3 million frustrated and unable to pursue university education. He also said, in contrast, Indonesia, which has a similar population, boasts of about 2,000 universities, while countries like Russia, Brazil, and India have hundreds of thousands of higher institutions, and assured stakeholders that the Nigerian University Commission was working on expanding regulatory frameworks and enhancing capacity building to support the establishment of additional universities. House of Representatives have called on the federal government to probe the incessant boat accidents across the country, leading to the loss of lives and property. This was a sequel to the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance on Tuesday titled "Needs to Investigate the Incessant Boat Mishaps in Nigeria Waterways," sponsored by the member representing Ukafan Oroknam Federal Constituency, Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Unyimi Idem. He said witnessed a disturbing surge in boat mishaps in recent times, resulting in the tragic loss of numerous lives, adding that the most recent incident, which occurred on Friday, November 29, 2024, was the devastating Kogi boat in Kupa local government area. He also recalled that on October 3, 2024, a wooden dugout canoe carrying approximately 300 passengers capsized and sank into the river Niger, resulting in the loss of about 200 lives, adding that the House is also aware that the Nigerian Waterways Authority are responsible for enforcing safety regulations in the maritime sector, but are more focused on revenue generation than ensuring the safety of passengers. He also said the recent surge in boat accidents has raised concerns about the safety of Nigeria's waterways and the need for urgent intervention, while the House mandated its Committee on Maritime Safety, Education and Administration and Inland Waterways to ensure compliance. House of Representatives descended into a rowdy session on Tuesday following comments by Akin Rotimi, spokesperson of the Green Chamber, regarding tax reform bill. This is coming after Honorable Akin Rotimi had presented 2 reports on behalf of Honorable Boma Goodhead, a Rivers lawmaker who was absent at plenary. While introducing himself on the floor, the lawmaker was met with loud protest from Lord Rotimi's comment was a personal opinion made in a light-hearted manner. Despite the Speaker's intervention, the
now seeking speedy passage. Mr. Speaker, I am one of the first people that oppose this vehemently. And Mr. Speaker, the House or the Deputy Spokesperson did not contact me as a stakeholder or did not seek my opinion in this. Mr. Speaker, the heading is insinuating that those who oppose this bill is like there is an inducement somewhere. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I am calling.
Do you have the copy of the publication?
Yes, I will lay it, Mr. Speaker.
Can you send it to me?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Let me finish. Then I will bring it. Mr. Speaker, I am calling for the withdrawal of this statement and an investigation and an apology in a print media, because I'm coming. Mr. Speaker, this is an injurious to me and injurious to my people, to my religion, and also to my region where I came from. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I am calling this, Mr. Speaker, this is an entire breach of privilege. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I think this is unprofessional, this is unethical and immoral. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we are calling, or I am personally calling.
We are calling.
For this matter. For this matter to be referred to.
Doctor must be heard in silence. Let's hear him in silence.
For him to resign or to be investigated to find out who, or to bring the list of those people that are opposing this, that now are asking for the speedy passage of this bill. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, this should be produced, or we are calling for his resigning from the spokesperson or deputy spokesperson of this House.
Former Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, is again on the news as Economic Financial Crime Commission on Monday, 2nd December 2024, recovered Emefiele's own large estate in Abuja with 753 duplexes. The estate is said to be forfeited to the Nigerian government through the EFCC in a court ruling on Monday. The EFCC said in a release statement that this was the single largest asset recovery by the commission since its inception in 2003. Joseph Moses Muyinka completes the report.
The Nigerian's once powerful central bank chief, Godwin Emefiele, who serves as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria from 4th June 2014 and was suspended by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on 9th June 2023. Since his suspension, Emefiele has been arrested by different security body and financial crime fighters and charged for many offenses such as illegal owning of gunshot and hundreds of cartridges, direct and indirect money launderings of different kinds, marking a spectacular fall for a man who has long been and the central of the nation's policies and finance. Over time, Emefiele has been dragged to court countless times for charges that seems not to have an end. He has been in the detention of police, Department of State Security, DSS, and the worst of it all, the regular charges of the Economic Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, against him. Again on Monday, 2nd December 2024, news have it that Emefiele owns the largest estate in Abuja with 753 duplexes forfeited to the Nigeria government through the EFCC in a court rule on Monday. This was confirmed by human rights activist and convener of Revolution Now movement, Omoyele Sowore, in a post on his Twitter. EFCC said in a release that this was the single largest asset recovered by the Commission since its inception in 2023. The estate rests on plot 109, Cadastral Zone CO9, Lokoguma, District, Abuja. I am Joseph Moses Mawinka, ATN News, Abuja.
Nigerian Navy has declared zero tolerance for indiscipline and corrupt practices amongst the senior and junior officers as well as the ratings, especially in the anti-crew theft and anti-illegal bunkering patrols. The commanding officer, Forward Operating Base Escravos Navy Captain I.F. Okolagu, while addressing the naval personnel, said the authorities would ensure that their welfare was taken care of. Speaking on the quarter route march, Okolagu said the aim of the exercise is to ensure that the officers and men of the Nigerian Navy are physically fit for the tasks they had been assigned to do, adding that the exercise aims at promoting comradeship and for the populace to know that they have a Navy that is physically fit to carry out their assignments. And now to some business reports. Naira appreciated further against the dollar at the foreign exchange market to begin the week on a good note. A Bureau de Change operator, Abubakar Al-Hassan, said the dollar to Naira exchange rate closed at 1,730 Naira on Monday from 1,730 Naira on Friday, and represents a 5 Naira appreciation against the dollar compared to the 1,735 Naira per dollar it closed last week Friday. This is coming after the Central Bank of Nigeria announced an FX electronic matching system to ensure the Naira's true value is restored, and in the past months, the fluctuations in the FX market had continued despite CBN's interventions. Federal government is on the verge of full implementation of a central trade clearing system with the conclusion of a linkage backbone that will facilitate trade processes and clearance across all government agencies and key operators. Managing Director, Nigerian Ports Authority, Dr. Abubakar Dansosho, confirmed that the linkage backbone for the Central National Trade Clearance System, otherwise known as the National Single Window Project, is ready, and the NPA has concluded the final phase of the Port Community System, which will provide the linkage backbone for the SW project. This is coming after the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, had in August 2024 launched the NSW project as one of the pillars of the government's strategy to improve trade and national economic growth, adding that the NSW